show tonight. Stay with us for the next hour because we'll be bringing you all the latest news and exclusives from the fairy tale kingdom, including we'll be revealing which housemate is questioning their future in the house. Plus, we'll be joined by our very own royalty presenter, Andrea McLean, and former housemate, Ollie Locke. Look at those two beautiful specimens of royalty. Looking lovely over there.
See, it's very hard to concentrate. He has good thumbs. Very good thumbs.
Oh.
I've said it before.
What do you make to the show tonight?
Oh, my goodness. My heart just broke for Patsy.
I
She's
know.
such a sweetheart, so I'm just hoping that she's going to be all right.
Yeah, I know. Ollie, what about you?
I tell you what, I think now Perez is in charge, we're all in for a bit of a treat.
I bet you wish you're in there, don't you, Ollie?
A little bit.
Yeah. We'll catch up with you. We'll have lots more from you and your thoughts later on in the show. Also tonight, psychologist Emma Kenny will be breaking down the housemates' behaviour and revealing who knows themselves and who knows nothing. But first, it's time for the news. It's Wednesday, the 14th of January. It's day 8 in the Celebrity Big Brother house, and these are your top news stories. Today's top story is that Queen Cammy and King Perez have spoken and saved 2 lucky housemates from facing the first eviction. Shall we see what decision they made?
Yeah! Don't clap, throw money. Yes, very good evening to you. Welcome to our brand new show from the Big Brother house. We've got a fantastic show.
He can stare into the face of Big Brother and say, I would rather eat shit than change my bed.
Kavanaugh. Darling, it's no wonder you've had no bad career with your style of dress.
So we need to even it out with the chin implant here.
Wow. Lovely.
Then we could go on here.
Oh,
we
here
could
we go.
liposuct this section just slightly.
This is Big Brother. The King and Queen of the Fairies will now have 1 minute to deliberate and choose their 2 most entertaining performers. Keith and Nadia, as the 2 most entertaining housemates, you have also earned an additional reward. Immunity from eviction.
Hey! Oh, right.
Oh, no.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
That's good then.
That's a punishment.
Not quite the reaction I thought they would get, knowing that they had immunity. So to confirm, Nadia and Keith will not face the first eviction on Friday. Let's go over to our very own, very gorgeous Louisa Zisman. She's in the reality gallery and hopefully she'll have a little bit more. Louisa, are you there?
Hello, how are you?
I'm very good. It's so nice to see you and have you back.
Lovely to see you.
What
I'll
are
see you in a
making?
minute in the studio.
Yes, you'll be down here. But what are you making of this bunch?
It's good, isn't it? They're not having that much fun at the minute though, but the arguments are good. It's very dark.
It is dark, but they have so much potential for fun.
I know. They need to chill out a bit. They just take themselves so seriously, don't they?
Thanks. Single clap over there I just got.
Single clap.
So we've just found out that Keith and Nadia are immune. What's the reaction been like? We've just seen a little clip of Nadia not being overly enthusiastic about that, and Keith looked quite shocked. Any other?
Katie was in the diary room. And she was saying that they're probably the best 2 to be saved because they're so desperate to stay. But as you said, Nadia's actually said that she wasn't that happy to be made immune and that she sees it as more of a punishment than a reward, which is a bit odd. And Katie also said that maybe Keith will offer a bit more of an opinion now. And Katie is happy to be up for the vote. I think that she's not going to go. I think she knows it. So she's a bit blasé about being up. So.
Okay, have you spotted anything else that's happening?
Yeah. Chloe got her head stuck in Camille's crown.
Oh my goodness! Stop!
Yeah.
I wondered what you were going to say. Oh, I'm relieved.
Yeah, but it's okay. Katie got her head out. Took a bit. Yeah, she really got it stuck, like all the way on her neck. She was wearing it for ages. It got stuck on her neck, and Katie wrenched it off her head. Chloe was flirting with Callum as well when he was cooking dinner. So I don't know what Camille will think of that. Maybe they won't be that good of friends. Maybe they'll all just dive in together. And Patsy told Big Brother in the diary room that she hopes there are going to be no more arguments in the house, which is highly unlikely.
Highly unlikely.
They love a row, don't they?
They do. It is
love
highly
it.
unlikely, but it would be nice. It would be nice.
It'd be nice to see them have some fun.
Yeah, it would. Louisa, thank you. We'll see you down here in a
Thank
little
you.
while.
See you in a minute.
See you in a bit. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so earlier today at 10:40 this morning, King Perez had a simple task for his royal subject, Katie Hopkins. How do you think she took it?
I am excited to share with you that I have a task for Katie Hopkins today.
Oh, God.
As king and given my authority to make my royal subjects do anything, later today, at some point,
Everyone's so disinterested.
I ask Katie Hopkins to paint my fingernails.
What happens if I don't?
That's
pretty doable.
I don't think no is an option.
No, it's not an option, but what if you asked me to shut your knob?
I didn't ask you that. I
What
asked
if you
to
did?
paint. I did not ask you that.
But then no would be an option.
But I didn't ask you that. That's offensive to even suggest that I would ask you that. Paint.
I'll consider it.
Great. If you do not, if Katie Hopkins does not paint my fingernails as king, I will vanquish her to jail.
Banish, darling.
Vanquish
Banish.
is an order.
It's
Fine.
difficult, the English language,
It's
but if you work
vanquish
really hard,
and banish.
you can get sort of Michelle's level, which is pretty exceptional. Banish. Try again. Go again.
Oh, maybe you should have paid a little more attention to the royal subject of English, Mr. Hilton. And at 11 this morning, Alicia was after another of her 5 a day. Now, if you thought banana drama was bad, this is very, very bad.
And Alicia.
No. What am I going to wear today, more
I'm
importantly?
just finding her grating on me now because some of the questions, and she's like, you say shit like, no, you can't have the blueberries, but the blueberries. And it's like, no, we can't have the blueberries. But I want to have a blueberry. And I'm like, dude.
She's literally, I'm not being a cunt.
Don't eat the blueberries. Do not eat the blueberries.
You're not giving her the blueberries. He's fucking giving her the blueberries. No one wants me to eat the blueberries.
You really want the fucking blueberries? Have the fucking blueberries.
Are you desperate for blueberries?
Are you really fucking desperate for a fucking blueberry?
Blueberries, this, that, goodness gracious,
We're all
you're an
sacrificing
adult.
stuff.
What other things have got antioxidants in? Bananas?
Oh, Kate, don't start on bloody bananas again. I thought that was all over. Let the girl have a berry, for fuck's sake. That's your news. After the break, we'll be dissecting tonight's show with the panel, and we'll be finding out which celebrity has been contemplating their future in the house. And just a quick reminder that anyone wishing to apply for a refund for votes cast for our cancelled eviction should go to bigbrother.channel5.com/terms. See you very soon. Side where today we've learnt so much from Chloe Goodman that I had to run out and buy a copy of the Chloe Goodman history book. Now, we've already learnt that back in the day, most queens chopped off their kings' heads. That is actually what happened, apparently. But did you also know, this is something else I've just learnt from Chloe Goodman's book, that Colin Firth is actually the King of England. I'm going to be keeping this for some bedtime reading. There you go. You can have a little bit as well if you want to. Now, some people say that bad things come in threes. Well, they obviously haven't met our panel this evening. Give it up for the angelic Andrea McLean, the luscious Louisa Zussman, and the overall great guy. So, a week in and still so much to talk about. So, Cami was named Queen of the Fairies. Andrea, how do you think she's taking to the role?
Do you know, like a duck to water? It's obviously something that she's looked forward to. I love the fact that she's going to be a bad fairy because I think it suits her and I think it'll stir things up a little bit. I think it's going to be fun.
She's giving it her all, isn't she?
She certainly is.
She is. Which housemates, Louisa, do you think are going to be in trouble with her at the helm?
She's really gunning for little Alicia, isn't she? And it just makes Cammy look mean and everyone feels sorry for Alicia. Why is she so obsessed with her ass? Who cares if it's fake?
I know, that's one thing that kind of watching, she's just like, that bitch lied to me. It's like, why does she have to tell you?
She was probably trying to have a joke with her, telling, like, you know, everything about Alicia's fake. So she's probably like, no, it's not. Cammy's like taking it really seriously.
Yeah. Ollie, who would you like to have seen in charge, or are you happy with Cammy Lee?
I tell you what, I think it's always intriguing. That intriguing person is Katie Hopkins. And it's just, it would be very interesting to see Katie in charge. Especially now Perez is in charge. It's quite interesting to see what's going to happen with that dynamic.
I wonder what would happen if it was Katie and Perez in charge.
I think everyone would walk out.
They're trying to kill each other.
There would be no Big Brother.
Everyone would walk in. Louisa Zisman would walk straight. They'd all walk out. You'd walk straight back in, say what's happening, and they'd leave. Would any of you like to be one of Cammy's loyal subjects? Yes. No. Oh yes.
I think Cammy's brilliant because obviously she was last on the panel to be picked, so she obviously knew that if that did go for their favour, she would have been kicked out or voted for the voting panel. But I think that now she's got the power, I think fair play to her. Definitely.
So you're a fan of Cammy?
Definitely.
Anyone not keen on her? You? Oh, that look. Oh, that, no.
No, she's just taking control of things. I don't know it's the task, like, but I just don't like her. I don't deal well with people bossing me around, so I can feel how they'd feel. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wouldn't like it, and I think she's a bit of an idiot, to be honest.
Oh, okay. Now you don't hold back what you think. Andrea, what did you think about her picking Perez as the king? I was quite shocked.
I was very surprised because obviously there was such a massive fallout. Obviously, with Chloe and Patsy as well. But yeah, the whole fallout with Perez. I think he's so bewildered by the fact that he's been chosen. You know, he got himself a little bit upset and emotional, which we saw. I don't understand it. To be honest, I don't understand a lot of what's happening in the house at the moment. You're right. I don't know why poor Alicia is being picked on. Patsy, my heart is breaking for her because she's the sweetest human being on the planet. Nadia, I love the fact that she's getting stuck in and getting involved. But in terms of Perez, I don't know. It's good fun, though.
He is great to watch, Louise. You've got to admit that.
So annoying. Isn't he? I mean, I would have just... Oh, we would have had massive bust-ups if I was in there with him.
Who do you think she should have chosen as king?
I would have liked to seen, like, Checkers as king. No. Why?
I'm not sure how much he would do, though.
Why Cheggers?
I don't know. I quite like him. I think he's quite harmless and fun. But I was surprised she didn't pick Callum. He must be thinking, why didn't she pick me? It's weird that she didn't go for Callum.
Maybe he thinks he's had a lucky escape. Who shouted no over here?
No, as a viewer, picking Perez was the best choice because we are going to see him rise, give out his commands, but we will see him fall. He will lose his throne. He will be beheaded, and I cannot wait to see that vicious, vile queen die. I don't like the guy. Don't like the guy.
So not very strong views on Perez then, really.
I'm sitting on the fence, Emma. I'm sitting on the fence.
As usual. He does provoke that kind of reaction, doesn't he? Somewhat like Katie Hopkins does. You know, it's that kind of absolute brilliant why not, or that, oh my good God, no. He would be infuriating, I'd imagine, if you were in there. But watching as a viewer, he's dynamite. Do you not agree?
I think he's going a little bit mad in there.
I do.
But what is wrong with that rabbit?
I think he was...
Yes. What is with the rabbit?
I think he was mad before he went in there.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's going mad. I think that they've all got mental problems. I really do. I think that they're all very affected. Apart from... I honestly think Katie's like the most normal one, which is like just dangerous to say that. That's a real you know.
You think Katie's the most normal
She's the most
person.
normal. Sorry, your friend Nadia, I can't stand her. I'm so sorry.
Okay, let's move on to Nadia because she stepped into that mediator role this evening. Again, we've seen her do it a few times. She is your mate, she's a fellow loose woman. Is this a natural thing for her to do when it's a big group, something kicks off? Is she the kind of peacemaker or the mediator?
Yeah, absolutely. And she doesn't like to see discord. And to be honest, you want someone like Nadia in your camp because when you've got a friend like her, she sticks up for you even when everybody else is not necessarily doing...
Carry on.
I think if you were in trouble, you would want Nadia in your camp. You'd want her as your mate. And I think, yes, okay, sometimes I personally wouldn't get stuck in because I'm not as brave as her. But I like the fact that she absolutely, if she thinks something's going off, she'll get in and try and calm it all down. The house needs that.
There
has been a lot of drama, and she has tried to keep peace. Last night was still on her mind this morning. Let's take a look at what she had to say in the diary room.
Hi, I do actually want to go home. We see this every year, people sitting there going, I want to go home, and they get talked out of it, but this is not worth the check. I'm only going to tell you, but I have asked to go. Sorry, but, oh yeah. This is just horrific.
You can't leave without me. You can't leave without me. You can't.
I can't do it.
Ouch. No, the thing that...
I don't want to tell anyone else because I don't want it all to go.
No, I don't want to tell anyone. But I'm going to get more. I'm going to do this now. I'm going to speak to them. I'm going to speak.
Last night was a really, really hard night. I think all of us are missing our families so much. But today I'm just going to try and not be a quitter and just push through.
So, Andrea, why do you think she's feeling like that? And is that a natural reaction for her?
I mean, obviously, I don't know what a natural reaction would be to being locked up in a house with a lot of people that you don't know because you don't know
how... all bonkers.
Yeah, the majority seem to be. She said before that she doesn't want her kids to see her being upset, and maybe she has got to a point now where things are really starting to get on top of her. I would say as a mate, hang in there for the kitchen extension, because that's why she went in there. I'd say stick it out. I hope she comes through.
What are you guys thinking?
She needs to chill out. She needs to take a chill pill and just chill out. She's taking everything too seriously. Like she just needs to just relax. She's just interfering with everyone's arguments. She just needs to relax.
Is she interfering or is she trying to keep the peace?
She's a lovely lady, and you know I agree with Andrea. She'd be a lovely friend, but I think because she's putting so much into it and trying to fight everybody's battles, it's taken away her good experience of the show.
Yeah.
And she needs to sit back a little bit, I think, and just enjoy it.
Yeah, I think it must be hard for her as well, because she is a massive Big Brother fan. She comes on the panel and she talks about it, she gets involved and she loves it and she has opinions, and she was so looking forward to going in. Yeah. And it's almost like you meet your idols and they disappoint you. And
well, also
I
she
wonder
said
if
as
it's a
well
case
that
of that
everything
for
you
her.
think of, about the Big Brother house, multiply it by a million because it's so intense. And if someone like her who loves it and watches it all the time and wants to be in there, if she's starting to crack, God help everyone else.
I just don't think...
Ollie, what do you think?
I just don't think people realise until you go in there how difficult it is. I think we all sat there, didn't we, and said, OK, I want to go home at some point in our minds and maybe have the discussion with Big Brother. There's a period you have to push through it. You just have to push through, and it gets better. There are really low points, there are really high points. And if you can try and get in the middle, then you're in a safe position.
I mean, there hasn't been that many highs, and it does get to you. I feel sorry for her now, don't I?
It's right.
I mean, the thing is, it has been, I would say, one of the most dramatic Celebrity Big Brothers we've ever had.
Oh, completely.
Very quickly and very intense. And having been in there, how do you think you'd have coped with all of that?
I don't think it's a very nice house.
Yeah.
Like, I feel in our series, we all, obviously we had loads of arguments, had our ups and downs, but we all had a laugh. We were making bread. We were, making orchestras from whatever we could find and singing and dancing. But it's so dark, isn't it? And it's sometimes really uncomfortable to watch, I find. I feel like I'm like, oh God, this is so... And it must be when you're of compos mentis, which I suppose Nadia is, and I genuinely think Kate Hopkins is, that, like, it must be really hard to be in there with, like, Perez. I mean, he's just like this, he's up, and then he's down, and then he's having a go at someone, then he's bursting into tears, and then Cammie's just, like, nuts. It would be so hard in there. I'd really struggle with this house, I think.
Tough series, I think,
Really
this one.
tough.
Very tough. After the break, we're going to be looking back on an unprecedented first week in the Celebrity Big Brother house with psychologist Emma Kenny. She's going to be revealing which housemate is the most self-aware, and it might actually just surprise you. But first, Matt Richardson was on the show last night, and just like our celebrity housemates, he felt he didn't quite get enough attention, so he set up camp in the diary room and he refused to leave. He's such hard work, this boy.
Hello, Matt.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Matt, how does it feel to be in the diary room?
It feels like I'm in 5 years' time when my career has failed and this is my last resort. That's how it feels. It's a little peek into the future of my life.
Matt, please could you tell Big Brother which of your top moments has come in at third place?
Okay, so my moment that's come in at third place is when Kavanagh has to explain how you say his name to Alexander, something I imagine he's had to do several thousand times since the 90s ended.
He's actually called Kavanagh, not Kavanagh.
Exactly my point. I was born in 1991. You think I know who he is? Not a chance.
How do you pronounce your name again?
Kavanagh.
Kavanagh.
It's Irish.
Okay.
Kavanagh.
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 Okay,
Kavanagh, yeah?
Okay.
But Cav for short.
Cav.
K-A-V.
Okay, I just do Cav, okay?
Cav.
Cav, what's
Cav. No, K-A-V.
Cav.
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 Cav. Cav. Cav.
Cav. Okay.
Cav.
All right, Cav.
Matt, please could you tell Big Brother which of your top moments has come in at second place?
My second favourite clip is when the housemates kind of all let loose and dance, which shows that they can be nice to each other and enjoy each other's company and not just fall out.
Matt, you must now reveal to Big Brother what has been your top moment of the series so far.
I think my top moment of the series so far is when Perez tried to call Katie on sleeping with a married man, and he was such an arse about it that Katie actually looked like a good human being when she'd been revealed to be having an affair. Like, how can it be that bad? Like, Perez, you're an idiot.
Have you said I'm sorry? I made your world crumble, woman, when I fucked your husband in the field.
That's really mean.
Oh my God! Can I very rarely say something?
Yeah.
That is totally inappropriate, so shut up.
So inappropriate.
Right, next.
Matt, do you have anything else you'd like to talk to Big Brother about?
Yeah, the smell in here, was Patsy the last one to come in?
You don't even have
I just find That's not nice as a second
It's yoga with the old women in the church where they pop in your face. Never do yoga with Patsy and she will pop in your face.
Thank you, Matt. You are now free to leave the diary room.
Thank you, Big Brother. Cheers.
Not that way, Matt.
Sorry.
Now, 1 week ago today, 14 celebrities entered the Big Brother house. 168 hours later, we've had tears, tantrums, a conga line through the living room and hidden bananas in the bedroom. There's been pee on the loose seat and a charity single, 2 housemates have been chucked out, and 1 received a very reluctant foot massage. What a week it's been. Here's a little reminder of everything that's happened.
The 2 people you've chosen will face the first public eviction.
Oh, what a shame. Such a bunch of self-obsessed, delusional fools.
You've shown yourself to be a misogynistic, disgusting pig.
Neurotic! You seriously think I give a shit?
Love is tiff.
He's a very nasty, dangerous little man, and he is running wild now.
Oh, seriously, Jeremy? That's not okay.
Big Brother has no choice than to remove you from the house.
What man do you know that don't take a piss and don't get a couple sprinkles on the floor?
Enough! I don't want to be here.
I nominate Ken.
Ken.
Oh, bollocks. What is wrong with a man looking at the best-looking asses in the world?
Big Brother is left with no option other than to remove you from the house.
Just wait.
Idiot.
Did she take the banana? Yes.
Don't cry.
We're adults arguing over a banana. You are now the queen.
Queen has arrived! Perez Hilton.
And now I shall twirl.
I don't give a flying fuck. It's fucked. None of them picked me. None of them saved me. But you know what? They wish they would have the way I'm going to treat them. Watch and learn.
What a jolly old week it's been. Joining me now to delve a lot deeper is psychological therapist Emma Kenny. So we're going to talk about housemates' self-perception, but first we have to talk about the king and queen of the fairies.
Yeah, I mean,
Cami Lee and Perez.
Amazing. It's amazing, really, because you've put two incredibly strong, dominant characters. I should say Cami Lee's actually done that and put Perez there. I'm pretty sure that at the moment she selected him as a punishment to everybody else. So the reality is that right now you've got power dynamics. Like the Stanford prison experiment was when in the 70s they put people as guards and people as prisoners. These were students. And what you saw was that the actual people in power really started to enjoy it and almost abuse it. The problem you've got here, though, is that the people who should be, the people who are faithful to them, they're such strong characters that you might have a rebellion on your hands. You really might.
So it has the power already gone to their heads, or is that just the way they are?
I think it's a culmination of both.
Right.
The power is already there, it's gone to their heads anyway, but then you've now given them a robe and a crown, which just validates it further.
What's it going to do to the house? Will it affect the dynamic?
It already has done. You can see that people feel really unhappy with Cami Lee for actually making a decision to put Perez in charge. So you've created a divide automatically. She's angry about what she felt let down about regarding the votes before, you know, people not choosing her. So now Perez is the perfect opportunity for her to get her own back, but it's backfiring because he won't listen to her.
Okay. So we've said it's only 1 week into the run and so much has happened already. How key is that first week to the housemates?
First week is really key because you get your roles. Everybody searches for a role in life. It's like if you go into a new situation, you're kind of thinking, am I the protector? Am I a leader? Am I a parent? And what you've found is that you've got such strong personalities that Michelle's gone straight away as the matriarch. She is the mother figure. Alexander's starting with the papa figure, so he's kind of a person to go to if you're in problems. You've got people like Cami Lee, who's being the rebellious child. Perez, who I don't quite know where he fits, he's kind of a whole world of his own. I haven't really got a description for him.
Crazy cousin.
Yeah, crazy cousin's probably good. But essentially, if you haven't got a role, you can get lost. So Cav's getting lost. Keith's getting lost a little bit.
Yeah.
But the people who've defined those roles, it's clever because it gives you purpose. And when you've got purpose, people follow you for a reason.
Okay. You set them some questions before they went into the house. What were you hoping to find out about them, or what were you hoping they'd reveal?
Well, obviously, the whole point of that task was to create authenticity, to get some answers that kind of led us to understand the personalities more. But the truth is, a lot of them were quite guarded. However, people like Michelle very clearly came across as somebody who's quite authentic. She's not really bothered about people's opinions towards her, but she also has characteristics. So I asked them, what characteristics do you really dislike? And she's like controlling people, overpowering people. Well, actually, she has the potential to be all those things. So a lot of the time we will look and articulate at things we dislike in others that reflect things that we really don't want to be seen in ourselves.
Right.
Likewise, people who wrote things that were really positive about other people. You know, I like to be surrounded by loyal people. Callum, for example. He's very much demonstrating the traits that he enjoys, that he has within himself.
Right.
So that's how it works. You know, the things we don't like in other people, very often are what we don't like in ourselves, and vice versa. But Keith, for example, is very guarded.
Really?
Comedian all the way through.
Who out of all of them was the most revealing and who was the most surprising?
I'd say the most revealing was Michelle, in the fact that she's willing to say, I am a bitch and
Right.
I will try to lead and I am sometimes controlling to a degree, in
Yeah.
the fact that that's things she dislikes about herself. But I would say that Keith was surprising because he wasn't at all open. The person who really strikes me as the most authentic is Callum in his answers.
Okay.
He's really clear.
Do they all go in there with a self-perception?
They all go in there with the self-perception, of course they do. They want to be.
Do they all go in there with a self-perception that they want to change?
No, I don't think so. I think what they go in with is this misconception that they can act a certain way to get a certain result, and that's completely understandable. Most people wouldn't go on television, put themselves in that position if they thought things were going to go wrong for them. And the problem with that is that you can only maintain that for a very short period of time. Environment is proven to be something that after a few days we start adapting to. They're starting to adapt. And I don't know whether you've noticed, people's masks are slipping.
Whose are slipping? Who is being genuine? Who is not being genuine?
Okay, so I'm going to put Callum as totally genuine. I'm going to
Right.
even put Camille. She might be a little bit insane in some ways in her actions, but she's very authentic. That is who she is.
Right.
The people who are slipping, I'm going to be controversial here because I really like her. Michelle is starting to be very good at loading guns and letting everybody else fire the bullets. So she's very, very clever at doing that. I'm also going to say that Katie is starting, finally, to let it slip. You know, she is funny, but so can lots of people be for a certain amount of time. The truth is that if she is managing her personality in a way that the public really like, she can only do that for a period of time. You know,
Yeah.
we're very discerning in the UK, and we're very clever to pick out the traits that we really know are authentic.
What about Perez? How do you think he's hoping to be perceived?
Do you know what? Perez is like this huge caricature of a human being.
Yeah.
Part
He's
of
almost like a caricature of himself.
Yeah, he's just a caricature per se.
Yeah.
I think that he wants to be perceived exactly as he is being perceived, very loud, brash, open, involved in everything. The problem you've got is this is the UK. In the United States, that potentially is something that works really well. You know, they root for somebody who's out there, open, honest, loud. In the UK, we like a bit of humility, we like a bit of quiet time, and we like people who listen. So he's failing to do that on some levels. But there is an interesting issue because I looked at Patsy selecting him, and Patsy's clearly feeling a little bit vulnerable and fragile in there. So what is it about him in the house that we're not seeing that certain people are really liking?
Why
Nadia,
do you think she picked him?
Because I think that he listens to her when she's sad, and also she has this sense that his robust character deflects to a degree some of the fears that she has in the house, and I think that she feels a little bit safe around that. Yeah.
How important is it for them to be themselves in there?
If there was one thing I could say to anybody going into Big Brother, and it absolutely blows me away every single time it's on, is that people fail to realise how much authenticity is required. The British public are people who will sniff out a fake. It might take them a short amount of time, but they'll do it. And when they do it, you will have let them down. So being authentic from day one, even if you're not very nice, that is a far better journey, because otherwise you've set yourself a precedent, and then when you fall, we will have you for that.
Oh, yes, we will. Emma, thank you so much.
Always a pleasure.
Emma Kenny, everyone. After the break, we're getting quizzical with our panel, plus an exclusive look at how the housemates reacted to Nadia and Keith winning immunity. We'll see you very soon. Welcome back to Bit on the Side. It's Wednesday, it's almost midnight. This can mean only one thing. It's time for a little game of... What happened next? It is a very complicated title, so let me explain how to play. We are going to show our three contestants exclusive clips from the Big Brother house, and they have to guess what happened next. Playing the game are three celebrity Big Brother super fans. Please welcome Andrew McLean, Ollie Locke and Louise Zisman. So guys, it's all to play for tonight. I cannot begin to tell you what the winner is going to be taking home. It's a one-of-a-kind, money can't buy Big Brother prize. Are you ready to see it?
Yes.
Yes, that's right.
I
It's my
want
rabbit.
that. Is it Perez's rabbit?
It's my rabbit.
Okay.
And it's a little bit rampant.
Is that your rabbit? Is it really your rabbit?
Never been used. I can feel the nervous energy in the studio. So let's get started. Can we have the first clip, please? Okay, so what did Cami do next? Can you all write down on your boards what you think Cami did next? It was a very short clip. She was having a little ride. Yeah? Oh, Andrea, going okay? No conferring with each other, no looking at each other's boards. Oh, Ollie, you're writing a bloody essay. What's going on? Oh, okay, Louisa. Louisa's drawing pictures as well. Okay, Ollie, stop writing. Put your pen down. It's the end of the exam. Okay, Andrea, let's see what you said.
Right.
Fell off. Sad face. I like that. Ollie, what have you got?
I've said, had an argument with Elisa who tried to steal her banana hat.
It is like a banana hat.
A little bit.
Louisa?
She farted.
Farted?
Yeah.
Okay, audience, any ideas? Oh, well, you're bloody great tonight, aren't you? What? Ate a banana, farted. So you think Louisa. Should we find out who's right? Let's have a look.
I did think that. I didn't want to write it down.
I think I get the
so
point.
listen,
Wow.
back in your box.
Yeah.
She didn't fart, but it was wind, so you can have a point. Would you like your second clip?
Yes, please.
Here we go.
My greatest achievement in life was cleverly asking Patrick Swayze.
So, what did Keith ask Patrick Swayze? His biggest achievement in life, he said, was asking Patrick Swayze to what?
Asking, did you say to at the end, or just asking Patrick Swayze?
Asking Patrick Swayze to... Audience, want to give him any help? To dance. Do the lift. Go on Naked Jungle. Anyone else?
Make it less boring.
Mean. Are you ready, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, finish, pens down. Andrea, what you got?
To put baby in the corner.
Put baby in the corner. That is a very good one. Ollie, what have you got?
I'm afraid it's boring, but it's teach him how to dance.
Teach him how to dance. Yeah, it makes sense though.
Yep.
Louisa?
To dance with him.
Okay, so 2 dancing and a baby in the corner. Let's find out what the answer is.
My greatest achievement in life was cleverly asking Patrick Swayze to put his cigarette out in the studio.
So basically, none of you got it right, but at least we know. Who knew? We're informed. Okay.
How do you ask that cleverly?
Don't know. It's just a question, isn't it?
Can you put your fag out?
Excuse me. Pop it out, will you? We're in the studio. Third and final clip.
Right.
Louisa is in the lead.
Okay.
Because she got farted.
Yes.
Even though it wasn't right, it was kind of right.
Okay.
Here we go. Third clip.
I'm gonna quit this fucking show.
That isn't an exclusive.
Right.
What almost forced Perez to quit the show? What do you think it was?
Somebody stole his rabbit.
Come on, you are Big Brother. Somebody stole his rabbit. You 3 are Big Brother super fans. You should know this.
Do you know?
Rabbit. Ken. Katie, Cami Lee. So a housemate. Yeah. Anything else? His string vest. Maybe. Eating bananas. Always comes back to bananas, doesn't it? Andrea, let's go to you first.
Well, it's a slight variation on the theme. Lost his rabbit.
He lost his rabbit.
I said, the weird growth on his neck making him a little hyperactive.
I haven't noticed that.
Have a look, he's got a growth on his neck.
That's his head.
Have a
Maybe
look.
he should get it checked.
Seriously, there's a little growth on his neck.
Louisa, what you got?
Someone shouted at him.
Someone chat. Oh, yeah, okay.
It's very sensitive.
Should we find out what it is? Here we go.
I'm gonna quit this fucking show because I can't. How many times have I told you that the fucking air conditioning, my bed is the only bed underneath, directly underneath an air conditioning vent.
The air conditioning.
It's Nikki Graham all over again. It's Nikki Graham.
In male
It is
form.
cold though in there.
It is cold.
Well, guys, there you go.
I'm
That's
gutted.
it.
Not a single one right.
No.
That noise means that it is the end of the game, and I can reveal that Louisa is a winner. Here we go. There.
She got the rabbit.
There
I haven't got a rabbit.
I don't believe you.
I haven't got a rabbit.
Have you got a gold one with 2 pointy ears? You do now. Congratulations, Louisa. Very, very good. Now, we promised you some exclusive house action, and we would never let you down.
Talking of vegetables, Alicia likes to eat raw. This is Alicia speak for being a crap cook. My nickname for you, Alicia, is Dilbert, although Dilbert is blessed with 2 brain cells, whereas you have 1.
It's hurtful though, you know, when people say shit about you, it's hurtful. Do you not agree?
It's very much what Ken was doing, only smarter.
Yeah.
Ken was incredibly offensive and got kicked out. She is smart enough to know how to be offensive but not get kicked out. So be mindful of that. Ignore her. Pretend she doesn't exist.
The way I see it is if she keeps prodding at me like that, I will blow at her at one point. At one point.
Do whatever you feel is right.
I will, because I'll stick up for myself. At one point, I'm going to stick up for myself with that. I really am.
So, Nadia and Keith are now immune from eviction. Are you pleased that she's going to be in there for at least another few days? Do you think she's pleased?
Yes, and also I listened to what you said, and actually I think you've got a point. I think if Nadia starts to calm down and back off a little bit, we will see the lovely fun side of Nadia, so I'm pleased she's staying. It's good.
Good. Louisa, who would you like to see saved?
See, I know I'm probably going to get booed, but I'd like Katie to be saved. I think she's got more to give.
Anybody else? Katie and?
Maybe. Oh, I don't really care for the others.
Let's go into the audience then. Who would you like to see saved? Katie?
Katie. Michelle.
Michelle?
Definitely Michelle. I think Alexander.
Alexander?
I'd like Keith to be saved. I think there's a lot more to come from Keith. I think Keith's been swallowed up by all the drama from day one. But I think with Keith, he's either going to come out or he's going to go out.
OK. Let's go down the panel. Who do you think's in danger on Friday? Andrea?
Oh, do you know, it may actually be Alexander, because we haven't actually heard a squeak from him, apart from the occasional over the past couple of days. So I think maybe Alexander.
Ollie?
No, I think Alexander maybe as well. I would have said Perez had he had not been immune.
Louisa?
I think Chloe. I think that she's such a drama. Like, I know that she's gone in, she's trying to get the most out of it, because she's, like, relatively unknown. So she's just doing so much stuff to try and be on the TV for the maximum time possible. Like, everything that she can create into a drama for airtime, she does. And I think that we should just kick her out for it and be like, oh, sod off.
I wouldn't
you
want
whiny
to see,
little bitch.
I wouldn't want to see what happened to Lionel, and Lionel left first. No, second, didn't he? Lionel left second.
Third.
Second, I think it was.
No, Jasmine was second.
Oh, really?
Were you both in there? Do you remember when Lionel left?
Yeah. But Lionel left really early.
Second, third, ninth. What was it? I don't remember.
Lionel left really early, so I think
He
some
was
people that you
third,
think are safe, I think it's really important to vote, because sometimes
Okay,
they don't get
right.
the right because they think they're safe.
And is it too early to predict who is going to be in the final?
Michelle, Katie, and probably...
How long have you been coming here for? You need a microphone.
Not long enough. No, sorry, not long enough. But Michelle, Katie, and Checkers, because Checkers he's the nation's treasure.
Yeah.
Katie, we love to hate her, and Michelle is the overall winner. She's a strong character. She's keeping the place level-headed. She's standing back, watching things happen. She can stir things up and she can control people. Michelle is the winner in my eyes.
It'll be Chegwin because he's just everyone loves him and he
National
can't do anything
treasure?
wrong. Yeah, he's national treasure. Yeah.
Do you think that will come through in the end?
Yeah, he's just a nice guy. He can't do anything wrong, and the quiet people usually come through and always get to the end. And I think.
But I think he'll be in the final because I don't think he's done enough to win. But I think he'll be in the final because he's a really nice guy.
I love your lipstick and your suit, but I've got to wrap up. That's it for tonight. I'll be back tomorrow with guests Nicola McLean, Kieran Richardson, and the return of Jimmy Bullard. You can't stay away that one. Until then, have a great night. Good night.